One second. There we go. It's it's like it's like nothing's even wrong. My computer, whatever. It's a thing, and it's late, so I'm filming this on my phone. But it doesn't really matter. I just watched The Revenant about a decade late. It's been on my watch list forever, and it's the movie that Leonardo DiCaprio won the Oscar for, his whole career. Well deserved for his career. Was it well deserved for this movie? Sure. I'm not here to say that it wasn't. I think the movie was a little overhyped, though, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm sure most of you watching this video haven't even seen that movie in a really long time, so, you might not be even recall any of the things that I'm going to talk about. And if you haven't seen the movie, you should watch it. It's really great. It's pretty gory. It's kind of hard to watch. There's a lot of like mirror neuron moments where it's cringy. But the movie's great. Couple problems. I understand that it is inspired by true events, and I don't really know the extent of where that begins and ends in terms of truth, but I have to say that it was stretching beyond the level of believability for me to believe. I'm not a doctor, but the medical accuracy was falling apart in my mind. In terms of how injured this man gets mauled by a bear and essentially has to survive his way through the forest. Among other things, he goes through like a series of small waterfalls. It's the winter. It's like 1860, and he's in the woods and he falls off a cliff. It just really it becomes action hero levels of invincibility. And all this while he's like eating bone marrow and a fish. So it's not impossible. I'm not here to say that this didn't happen or someone couldn't survive such treacherous things. But I feel as though the movie could have maybe walked us through some more steps of, there's just a lot of like sort of montagey where he is laying on a bed for several, what I presume to be at least a month. As these men try to carry him out of the woods, and then he suddenly is able, in a death-defying moment, he's able to muster the strength to bear crawl his way across the woods. And I'm just thinking, in real life, I feel like there might be a certain level of atrophy. I feel like you might need, some time, some like physical therapy in order to achieve that stuff. Again, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to say that I am or what's right or wrong. But it just really stretched my levels of believability. There was also some story aspects that really were a little bit bizarre. There's a second crew that's going through the woods and they're struggling and they're lost, and that's sort of like the B story. And they build all that up, and then suddenly they've arrived at their destination, and there's no real, like, it was very, it was almost like they cut something from the movie. In fact, I'm almost certain that's what resulted in. Otherwise, it was good. I mean, things I liked about it. There were kind of a weird thing is I really appreciated there was a lot of scenes where the camera was really close and his breath was fogging up the camera lens. I thought that was a cool thing to allow to happen, just because, I don't know, I just thought it was a nice artistic touch. So, good movie. Probably will never watch it again. A little bit overhyped. I think it's very far from Leonardo DiCaprio's best role. In fact, I think I was more interested in Tom Hardy's performance than I was Leo's. But, I think the Academy was more just recognizing and honoring Leo that year because there was a lot of talk leading up to that Oscar win about how he had been robbed of Oscar wins before. So it was just weird this was the movie that he won it for, just because I didn't particularly feel like it was his strongest role, but that's just one man's opinion. Anyways, that being said, it's 10:30. I gotta go to bed. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks.